We are here to portray a little bit of life in the 18th century, specifically the French and Indian War time period.
My most fun is when people stop to talk and I can teach American history from the native point of view.
There's a lot of learning that is know-how. How do you cook over a wood fire? What was their life like? I like the personalities here. The people here are very helpful.
Biggest thing you'll take away from the event is a new appreciation for history and what happened.
We can teach things that are not in the history books.
Our purpose has always been to educate people first. That's one of the main reasons why we're here.
You can read about it in a textbook, but you can't smell it in a textbook. You can't touch it reading about it. We bring that to life as much as we can.
We're in a very historic setting, and that all lends to the authenticity of what we do and the significance of what we do.
You get to smell the smoke and feel the heat of the fire.
We demonstrate cooking, we demonstrate sewing techniques, household life like making candles, building things, all the clothing is handmade. All of us have different talents here.
They can learn a lot about Michigan history, things that happened 300 and 400 years ago in the area that they don't normally pick up or aren't taught in school. Because here you got a whole weekend of it and it's real, and out here it's living history.
I'm about to take a flaming marine course and play time out. Do you want to see that? Say yes!
We like to talk about how the French interacted with the Indians. We learn to live off the land a little bit more as opposed to bringing livestock and cattle along with us.
We spend a lot of time doing our research to try to make sure our impressions are as spot on as they can be.
When our European goods wore out and we no longer had shoes, we learned to adapt to wearing moccasins like the natives did. We just like to share a little bit of aspect of what everyday life was like during the 1750 time period.
Our feeling is that if you have a good understanding of how and why things came about, that it'll help you in current life to learn what to deal with in terms of problems, how you solve them, and so on and so forth.
We're trying to educate people on the types of cannons and artillery pieces that were used, the kind of projectiles. Here I'm trying to show what an officer would carry with him.
I can sit right here and just look around and point out points of historic interest and historical facts.
We try to do artillery demonstrations, they do infantry demonstrations, and then we put on a small tactical demonstration with opposing forces.
In 1760, it was a time of change in the world, and here in Michigan, but also there was a war going on around the world, in England and on the continent of Europe and even over in India. So over here with these big wide spaces, it's a lot like European battlefields, so we're actually able to try to do some European-style military tactics.
If you and your families would ever like to come down, it happens pretty much the same weekend in June. It's a great family activity for a day.
As long as I'm able to do it, I'll still keep doing some teaching people.